Good morning, everyone. Professor Thompson here. It is September 7th, and I am giving you your last video update before the end of Unit 1. So I wanted to let you know this is going to be a very short video, very quick video this morning. Unit 1 is due tomorrow on September 8th. All of the paperwork, discussion boards, postings, peer assessments, peer evaluations, self-assessments, all of that is due by midnight tomorrow. So you have, just over 24 hours left to complete that. So by midnight tomorrow, you have all day on September 8th. Your video submission for your speech is due by 11:30 p.m. And that's because there's a difference in the computer submission process and the software that forces it to be at an earlier time than everything else. So your videos are due by 11:30. Please know this. You need to remember a couple things about the video submission. First of all, your video is due by 11:30. It needs to, again, be an unedited video. You should have recorded your speech in front of 8 or more people who are 16 years of age or older. And it should be in a public place, so it can't be in your house. So make sure that those criteria are met. I also really highly recommend that you start submitting your videos now so that you can work out any technical problems. If you need to condense your video size, your file size, you need to do that. There are directions to help with the submission process that are posted in the online video submission tab. I believe they're also on the announcement page. But don't contact me tomorrow at 11 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night telling me that you're having technical problems submitting your video. I've reminded everyone multiple times in these videos that you need to take care of that early. And if you have tech problems, then you need to contact the Student Help Desk at COD, which is 630-942-2929. Again, 630-942-2929. Or you need to be contacting the McGraw-Hill Help Department and the technical support staff. And that is something you can access through your LearnSmart modules. So depending on what's actually happening in with your video, if you have problems, you need to take care of that. Okay. So again, there's a few of you who've already had your videos submitted and you're already good to go and you're moving on to Unit 2, so thank you for that. But just a reminder for some of you to submit your stuff and get it in on time. I've also noticed a lot of students who've dropped the course thus far, and as we get up closer to the first presentation deadline, that's normal. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to get your work submitted. But again, get your video done early. Get it submitted early. Do not wait until the last minute. Do not forget that you need to submit an outline for your presentation. There is an outline submission tab on the left side of Blackboard, right above the tab where you would submit your video. Do not forget that you also have peer evaluations. This is listed on your schedule of assignments. It's the very last assignment in Unit 1. It's also the very last assignment in Unit 2. There's forms in the online submission tab area, actually, because I want you to submit your video and then I want you to access those forms. That's why they're there. And when you access those forms, then you need to go to the videos tab, watch 2 of the videos for the corresponding speech that you're submitting, and evaluate those presenters. You can pick any 2 presenters, but you need to do a peer evaluation of a similar kind of speech, and those videos are in the presentation tab. Because I don't have signed consent forms, it's not like I can give you access to the other people in your class. So I'm giving you access to videos from people from other classes. So that's the peer evaluation process where we're going to have you evaluate other presentations, just not people in your class. But you need 2 of those by the end of Unit 1, so make sure you don't forget those. Those are actually emailed back to me upon completion. So that's where you would send those. I don't have a link for Blackboard for those. So peer evaluations get sent directly to me, just like your screenshots did for the PRCA, PRPSA. Finally, I've had 2 or 3 emails about visual aids. Remember that the speech number 1 here, you do have to have a visual aid. I understand not giving a presentation at your house may in some way change the kind of visual aid that you might use. You need to choose a visual aid that is appropriate for your setting, where you're giving your speech, and for your audience. Can my audience see it? Is it effective in relating the information to them? Remember that a visual aid enhances and extends your message. So does what you've chosen enhance and extend your message? That's the key. And so make sure that you are working on choosing an effective visual aid for your presentation, and that it obviously connects with and helps out your audience in some way, and it fits the context. If you're presenting at an outdoor amphitheater, PowerPoint is probably not the best choice, right? But if you're presenting at a conference room that has a digital screen and computer accessibility, then PowerPoint might work in that environment. So just make sure that you're thinking about these things ahead of time and whatnot. So I've gone on longer than I expected, and I'm going to close this out. Good luck. Remember, everything's due tomorrow. Get it in and move on to Unit 2. Thank you all.